Let's do umbilical reversal, because it's another type of switching that doesn't show on our other shortcuts. Of all the things we know how to fix in kinesiology, this perhaps pays the biggest dividend of any of the other corrections that we do. For the people that have this, they're just absolutely reversed in regards to decisions, money, love, career, prejudice. They go through life making bad decisions. Had a guy in my office, kind of a jack of all trades, and every time he got into a field where he started to be successful, he would do something to discredit himself from being authority in that field. And so his career fell apart pursuing that particular field. just sabotage himself. Like he couldn't stand to be successful. Every time he started to be successful, he'd do something purposely, unconsciously, to sabotage himself. So the reason this is so powerful, because this changes people's lives. People have a history of making bad decisions. If you can fix that for them, and now they start making right decisions, it changes their lives. No exaggeration. Anybody want to volunteer for this? Just for teaching purposes, if she touches her navel, nothing shows. And if I touch her navel, nothing shows. But if I touch her navel first, and then she puts her hand in my hand, this is the shortcut. And she has it. Did you follow that? This doesn't show. This doesn't show. But if I touch the navel and she puts her hand in my hand, it shows. I turned my hand so that she could put it, so we could go palm to palm. But if she put her hand on the back of my hand, that works also. Okay, before we fix it, let me show you some results of this. Clean water is good. Say it.
Clean water is good.
Wrong answer. Dirty water is good.
Dirty water is good.
Wrong answer. If that's how her psychic is working, you can see how she's liable to make wrong decisions. Now, there's a nutritional correction and there's a mechanical correction. So we're going to ask the body, which one does she want? So this is how we make it show. Now, if she goes like this, that's asking mechanical, right? It said, no, I'm mechanical. So now I go to this finger, the middle finger, and that's asking nutrition, right? And that's the one that changes it. So the nutrition for umbilical reversal is sesame seed oil. So, can you chew that up?
Chew it. All right, chew it.
Sesame seed oil is the correction. So she chews it up, so that produces something called sublingual absorption. So it gets in the bloodstream right away. And now we go back and see the original indicator. That's gone. Clean water is good.
Clean water is good.
Dirty water is good.
Dirty water is good.
So opposite result. Now, here's a couple notes to make. This is a devastating condition. People go to great lengths to mask it. So here's a couple clues for you to find a hidden one. If it didn't show, the next thing I would have her do is I would have her put her head into flexion. Yeah, just like that. Now, in your notes, you put females into flexion and you put males into extension. That's just a more thorough way to check it. In her case, we didn't have to go. In her case, it showed in the clear. If it wouldn't have showed, I'd had her go into flexion. F for F, females flexion. That's how you remember that. Males go extension. So, to repeat myself, you can change people's lives doing this. If you can fix that umbilical reversal, it's big, big, big dividend, big dividend. Any questions on how we did that? The question was, could binge drinking be included in umbilical reversal? The answer is absolutely yes. You have the patient say, I want to stop drinking. Well, it's going to go weak, which means they really don't want to stop drinking. So therefore they're never going to stop drinking until you can get that to be a positive, until you can fix that switching. So that when they say they want to stop drinking and it goes strong, only then do you have a chance of getting them to stop drinking. The question was the dosage on sesame seed oil, 3 capsules a day for 1 month. And rarely do we ever have to go more than 1 month. So in Ayurvedic medicine, they use sesame seed oil for a lot of stuff, but it's fantastic for umbilical reversal. That's the nutritional correction, and the sacral wobbles and mechanical correction. If I had a stubborn patient, hard to get them to stay fixed, I would do both. In my office, I see my typical patient once a month. And one of the reasons I get away with that is I try to nutritionally reward every priority. Now, the priority may show structure, but I'll nutritionally reward it anyhow. Because if I make a nutritional correction and I make a structural correction, I get better lasting results. But you can just tell them, go to the health food store and get yourself some of this, Does umbilical reversal manifest itself by being disorganized? You bet. They're really disorganized. Really disorganized. I had a nurse in my office who had that. And we have 6 doctors in my office. One of the doctors said about her, I never saw anybody move so fast and get so little done. To look at her, you think, wow, she's multitasking. But they were all loose ends. Nothing got completed. She'd start one project, start another project, never finish the first project. 6 projects up in the air at one time, juggling them, not finishing any of them. To repeat myself, big dividends if you can fix that. And to find the hidden ones, do the flexion for the females, do the extension for the males. And that'll help you find hidden ones. Any questions on that? So, hamstring. Ben. Now, in her case, she wanted something nutritionally done, but if she had wanted something mechanically done, then it's the sacral wobble you fix. So what you do is on the sacrum base, not the apex, but the base of the sacrum, you push up on one side and down on the other side. And see if that blows out your unicular muscle or not. Or then reverse it. There's 2 possibilities, down on the left, up on the right. Now, whichever one went weak, you're gonna fix it in the same direction as you challenged, and you're gonna do it as they breathe in. Okay, so let's say down on the right and up on, down and right, up on the left. Let's say that made her go weak. Then I would fix it by doing the same motion as she breathes in. You breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Whatever made her go weak, you do the same direction as they breathe in 6 or 7 times, and that's how you fix sacral wobble. Now, just for the record, you can have sacral wobble without having umbilical reversal. Sacral wobble is pretty common in a pelvic fault.